Everybody, welcome back to Kruse Control. It is Monday. We made it through the weekend, and I know people are probably dragging, but I'm happy to be here as always. Monday, February 3rd, 2025. Welcome to Kruse Control, the home of entertainment news. I am your host, as always, Brian Kruse. Welcome back, everybody. I can't believe it's February already, but we're here. We're episode 294. We just keep moving up, and I'm so happy to have you back. It's going to be a fantastic Monday. Good to see you all there in the chat. And, of course, join me back. It's a Monday. We're happy to have her here, as always. My co-host, you know her, you love her, Miss Angela Costello. What's up, Angela?
Hey! Good to be here.
How you doing, Angela?
I'm good. Sorry, I was running a little behind everybody. It was me. So we're starting late. So apologies Apologies all around. But
how was your weekend? Was it good?
Plugging away, doing all the things that we do in life. Gym, job, money, working out, it's like repeat, rinse and repeat.
Right? Making it happen. Was your weekend good?
All the stuff. Just doesn't stop.
Yeah, Kira, 294 episodes. I can't believe that still too. Kira's like 294.
300's right around the corner. So what date's the 300?
Need some love.
2 weeks from tonight.
2 weeks from tonight. 2 weeks from tonight will be episode 300. Yeah.
Oh. So that will be 2 weeks from tonight is what day?
It's the President's Day.
17th.
So, okay.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So crazy.
Woo.
As long as we stay on track, we'll see.
Well, I think you'll stay on track. I mean, and it's on a holiday, so maybe there'll be even more people wanting to watch, right? Because they're at home or they've got the day off from school, work, whatever. Well, I mean, this time, anyways, they'd probably have off since it'll be well after.
And we could have quite the British conglomerate.
Yeah, it's true. For British eyes only.
Bloody hell, it could be marvelous, mate.
Well, I mean, yeah. So, I mean, we can talk about that, obviously, but that's going to be exciting if this individual comes on. Hopefully, we can start promoting that really soon.
I know, that's why I'm trying to lock it in so we can actually start talking about that and putting it out there. I don't want to say it before I'm locked in, but it sounds like we're like 90% there, maybe 95. So
that's good. Just every like small step forward is always a positive, right? No matter how small.
Yeah.
Going forward. If it's going backwards, I would say, okay, like then we have to reevaluate.
We don't want to go back. We got to go forward. We got to keep going forward. 300's in the horizon. We're not going back to 200.
So whoever's going forward with us, let's go. Let's do it.
Let's keep it going. Good to see you, Angela. Here we go. Let's keep this going. Woo! And joining us back, of course, he's here by the thirsty daddy himself, Mr. GR Waters. How you doing, GR?
I'm good, Brian. Thank you. Having fun.
Yeah. How was your weekend? Was it good?
Yeah, not too short. I always say we should have a 5-day weekend and a 2-day work week.
Yeah, that'd be nice, right? Maybe one day, GR. When GR rules the world.
Thursday, daddy.
Yeah, okay. And then, in other words, you're shit out of luck.
GR may rule the. He does rule the world. He rules GR world. GR. I said GR.
Yeah, he does.
Whoever's world it is, right?
Yeah.
It's your world.
Hey, boy, what you doing?
It's your world. It's my world. We're just living in it. So
we're just living in the thirsty world right here. Good to see you, GR. Good to see you.
Thanks, Brian. Good to be here, bud.
We have a good show tonight. As always, happy to have you back. Because, of course, joining us back on a Monday, you love her, too. Happy to have her back all the way from Michigan, Miss Valerie Zatarga. What's up, Val? Good to see ya.
Hi, happy to be here. It's Monday. We're all walking in. It's great.
Yep. We're being good here. We're figuring it all out. It's been a great weekend, but the week will be even better, right?
Oh yeah, that's the mentality to have. It's just you just have to believe. Like, hey, I have no option, but this is going to be a good week.
It's going to be fantastic. I believe it.
Hey, Valerie!
All right,
All
Peppy.
Why don't you come on over, Valerie? I'm sorry, Valerie. You know, I love your name, I love your style, and I love your smile.
Oh
That's
my
that's
gosh.
that's the pep star for
Hey,
you.
man, I'm not your average
I love
chihuahua.
it.
I have skills.
All the
Okay.
Riz master, the Riz.
He's the main Riz master, honestly. I mean, I believe
What's
it all the
sorry?
time.
The Rizzler notes, for real.
How was your weekend? Was it good, Val?
It was great. You know, brother turned 21, and we had a birthday party for him, and we
Nice.
got. Listen, he had an ID that wasn't necessarily his real ID. We got a picture of that blown up. It was an Ohio ID, so that was very fun.
I didn't hear. I didn't hear that.
Is it
I
fun?
didn't hear that.
Yes. Is it a good idea?
I didn't hear anything about
I don't
that
think
fake
so.
ID stuff.
Oh my gosh.
Of course, we never did anything like that in our day.
Oh, hey, that
Yeah.
just doesn't happen. No, it never. No Ohio IDs, especially when you're from the state of Michigan.
Yeah. There's kind of like a rivalry right there too.
Yeah, there is.
Kind of rivalry.
I love it.
Thanks, Peppy. Well, good to see you, Val. It's gonna be a fun Monday. Here we are one more time. Happy to have you all back. It's going to be a great time. It's Monday. We're having a great time. We got through the weekend. Well, I mean, I had a great time the weekend as much as I could, but it always goes by too
I
fast.
my pinky today somehow. You know when you like you like injure your finger and you're just like, oh, something feels like it's. You like look at something and there's like blood all over everything. I'm like, oh yeah, I guess I injured my pinky. And your
Yeah.
pinky doesn't like to stop bleeding. So yeah, I noticed it just a little while ago. So I had to wrap it up.
So that's
Not
what.
everybody would want to know that. So that's my story too tonight. Sliced.
My favorites is like when I'm someone, where's this blood coming from? And I'm like, wow.
Yeah, you're
I'm
like,
where
it's
did-
falling, it's dripping, it's on everything. You're like, oh, you just put a fresh, I put a fresh paper towel, roll on, and it's just all over that. I'm like, great, awesome. Certain people want to grab paper towels with my DNA all over it. Like,
Yeah. Do you get carded, Valerie? Countess wants to know.
I do typically. I've gotten not carded yet, so.
yeah, I actually got carded like a week ago. It was great.
Yeah. It's fun, right? You're like, yeah, I'll show you that ID all day. You want it? You got it.
No, you know what? You know what's bad about being carded? I didn't get carded once in my life till I was 32 years old. And I went to a club, and the guy asked me for ID, and I looked at him like, really? So I dug it out, and he looks at it and he goes, oh, shit. And I said, thanks a lot.
Hitting you, GR.
PR.
In the state of Michigan, it's really like I don't know what they're doing over in California, but like they card everybody regardless. They have to. It's law.
Yeah. I mean, they do not all the time here. Once in a while. It just depends. I haven't been carded in a long time. But then I go to the same place. Everybody's like, it's this guy again. I'm like, yeah, I know. Give me an old fashioned. You're already making it.
Kruse is here again. Oh, God.
Yeah.
I mean,
All right.
Regular? Is Kruse regular? Oh, man.
Some places, not everywhere. I try not to be. It's like, when you have a problem, they start giving you a drink when you walk in. Same as like Starbucks. I go to Starbucks and they got my coffee already. I'm like, that's not a good thing. I'm coming here way too often. I don't need this. But good to have you all here.
Brian,
Happy
I've
Monday.
never seen you without a coffee.
It's very rare. I gave coffee up for like 3 months one time, thinking it was going to help my Crohn's disease. And then it didn't do anything. So I'm like, I'm not giving away my vice. And I was right back on that coffee bandwagon. I would never stop then. I'm like, nope, I'm good. Keep it going. Pump that through to my body. That's all I'm saying. But happy to have you all here tonight. Happy Monday. We got a lot going on as always. Queen made show ID when I was looking like at my picture. It was so embarrassing. That happens sometimes. Queen, did they let you in still, Queen? Were you still fine? Hope you were. But you know what, everybody? I'm happy you're all here. But it doesn't matter. It could be Tuesday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, into the week. There's always one thing going down on Kruse Control, guys. And that is a lot of breaking news. Come on, let's do it. All right, everybody. So the Dog Man is out there. The box office is pretty good this weekend. Dog Man got $35.3 million, the second biggest opening for a January animated title after Kung Fu Panda from number 2 from 2016. So still doing great, but I mean, it doesn't seem like that much money, but it is still good for this month. On top of that, Companion came out, which I wanted to go see this weekend. I just didn't have time, but that looks really good. That got about $9 million opening weekend. That also has Jack Quaid in it. Interesting kind of AI. Is this person not actual AI or not? It looks really interesting. It actually looks kind of cool. I want to go see it. It's more of a humanitarian type struggle that's going through with Jack Quaid's character, and actually if he's in a dismantle this robot or not. It sounds fascinating. Looks good. Haven't seen it, but pretty good weekend so far for the box office for January, especially. I should say for going into February, which is always interesting to me because it's kind of like the slow time of the month or the year. I should say January, February. Kind of movies go to die at this time. So when everything does well, I'm like, oh, that's great to see. I'm interested to see how well that this Michael Jackson biopic does when it actually comes out, because right now they're talking about maybe splitting into two films, because honestly there's more and more reports coming out saying that it's like, yeah, it's a good amount, Kira, it's a really good amount, but it's for a lot of these things, like, we want to get even bigger than opening weekend, but it's still a good amount of money. But the Michael Jackson film, they're calling it an absolute dumpster fire right now. That's like some word coming forward from Deadline and the Hollywood Reporter. And they're saying because of all the reshoots, the holdups, there were a bunch of holdups between the strikes, and of course, the pending strikes that didn't happen. But they're saying that Jafar Jackson does a great job in here. Absolute killer. That's the quote. Absolute killer performance. But they spent tens of millions of dollars over budget. And then Lionsgate now has to cut down a bunch of the movie. We talked about, was it last week, about having to cut a bunch of stuff out because of the pending court cases that could be coming from this. And on top of that, too, it's being told that people actually watched the cut, which is already massively long, and saying it seems incomplete. So now there's a rumor going around they're going to cut it into two films. That gives them more time to actually do the reshoots for the second half, and we'll see if that actually happens. I don't know, a two-parter for this, I get it, but I feel like the biopics, we did Queen in one movie, we can do Michael Jackson in one movie, that's all I'm saying. So we'll see what happens, we'll keep you posted. But you know what, a lot of controversy, Michael Jackson. I know we got some people out there talking about that in our last video, being like, people are upset because some people really support Michael Jackson, which I totally get, but there is a very divided, like, kind of idea about him. There just really is, guys. I love his music, but there's a lot of controversy, and there's always going to be with his name for infinity on. Just like ASAP Rocky, everybody. Oh, have you guys been seeing this? This trial's been going on, and he's up for 2 felony counts for assault with a semi-automatic firearm. If you didn't hear anything about this, published a long time ago, but now they've been officially in court, allegedly firing on his friend Relly, and this whole thing went down. Ellie born Terrell Efron. Now, this could lead up to 25 years in prison for him. But Relly was actually in court shouting at him, said this, "You did this to yourself, Rocky, you did this to yourself." And Rocky did not respond to these allegations in court, but he went into this whole thing. The situation happened where they were actually out and about, and really described the situation in November of 2021, saying their relationship was kind of strained at that point, and there was a confrontation that happened in the Hollywood street, and Rocky pointed a gun at him before Relly was walking away, and as he went to turn around, they heard a big boom, and a bullet went whizzing past him. And he said that Rocky was holding the gun, and he felt like he could feel his hand get hot from the bullet actually going past him, and he said he was hit or grazed, but he didn't have a hole or anything like that, but he could feel it hitting him, he could feel the heat, and Rocky was shouting at him. So again, apparently, according to him, he was shot at by Rocky, attempted murder. That is still on trial right now. Rihanna was there supporting Rocky. We'll have to see where this goes to, but this could be 25 years in prison if it goes down. And it sounds like there's already drama, like shouting in the court. It's interesting. We'll see where that goes. And speaking of courts, someone that's actually, he's not a fan of them, but he's been living in one pretty much. It's been Harvey Weinstein, guys. And Harvey Weinstein is pleading. He's pleading with his judge right now, saying, please, 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 move my trial up even a week, because I'm going to die in prison. He's saying he doesn't want to die in prison. He can't do this any more longer. He's holding on for his dear life at Rikers Island in jail because he says he's cancer stricken, and he's just trying to prove that he's innocent. He's trying to prove that he's innocent. And so he's begging. He's saying, every week counts. I'm holding on because I want justice for myself. I want this to be over. His trial is set for April 15th. He's trying to at least move it up to the 7th. He wants it as fast as possible. He's saying he's living in a hellhole, and it's a strain in the city, this whole prison, because it's that bad. And he says it's like medieval. And he's anticipating that he's going to die any day, and so is his defense, too. We'll see what happens with this. Yeah, I don't. Oh, Gr. I think that he's just, I think they're gonna rush for him. I just can't see it happening. Again, there's a lot of stuff that went down with this man, and I feel like he's kind of getting what he deserves, if you ask me. But we'll see how this develops as it goes. I just think that he's kind of been like the clown prince of Hollywood and caused so much drama that he's hurt so many people that, you know what, you're gonna deal with this. Maybe it is like, again, true justice kind of getting him. We'll see. But, he's not as terrifying as, of course, Art the Clown, or maybe he is for some people. But Art the Clown, everybody, is coming back for Terrifier 4. Writer-director Damien Leon has come forward to say, yes, it's in the works for the fourth one. The third one came out this year, or in 2024. I guess we're a new year. Everybody's ripping and raving about it, so excited about it. But now we're shaping up for the most epic, thrilling, nasty, horrifying, emotionally, utterly satisfying conclusion ever. That's what the writer's saying. And also, it's going to be our origin story for Art. We're getting an actual origin story from the Terrifier franchise, spanned from 2016 till now, grossed over $90 million. These things have been on a shoestring budget, but have done very fantastic for them. And they're excited to actually get into the backstory and find out what happened to make Art the Clown who he is. And if you're a fan of that franchise, you're probably super excited. If you're a fan of Sandman, you're probably not that excited, because Sandman will be done after season 2. Sandman will be done. I don't know if anybody just feels sorry for him, Queen. I don't think somebody might. I don't know. I mean, I don't think a lot of us don't. But Sandman, again, stricken by allegations, because Gaiman, who actually was the writer of this, of course, we talked about Neil Gaiman before about all these sexual assault allegations that came forward and misconduct allegations. He's the writer, and because they've blown up so much, Netflix decided to quietly let this go. So they have been shooting season 2. It will come out. They're not going to do any advertising for it. They're just going to actually release this quietly and get it out there, and then they'll be done with the franchise, saying this will be conclusion. We'll wrap it up, because again, the whole Gaiman thing is blowing up more and more and more, and I think Netflix wants to wipe their hands of it. So we'll see how that develops. But Sandman will be done after season 2, so no more fun for him over there. They're going to be done. But some fun stuff happening. We have the Jonas Brothers coming back together, guys. The Jonas Brothers, if you're a fan of them, they're doing a Disney special, Disney Plus Christmas special in 2025. We're already releasing Christmas special information. Christmas specials are coming, guys. Happy 2025. The Jonas Brothers together. Get the boys together, GR. GR be tuning in freshly with his made popcorn and his holly nog during the holiday season to check out the Brothers in Arms one more time, singing and dancing.
Oh, yeah, I can't wait.
Right, GR, you're all about it. But to get that holly nog going, they actually said that this will be Kevin, Joe, and Nick coming back together to celebrate the holiday season with their family in New York. And they're going to do this little ETs they actually released of them doing the whole, Love Actually thing with the sign dropping down with them not saying anything, doing this. So having a fun time with it. So I'm happy to see the brothers come back. I'm not a big Jonas Brothers fan, but I guess, it could work. We'll see. We'll see how it works out for Disney. Hopefully it does well for them. I'd rather watch this than actually see Jake and Logan Paul doing a show. Guys, can we get, maybe I'm too old for them. Maybe I'm too old for these guys. I don't know, but they're coming together to do a reality show. Now, of course, they've done all their stuff on YouTube, we know, but Max has picked up a new reality show called Paul American, it's called. Paul American, premiering Thursday, March 27th. We're going to do a deep dive 8-episode series into weekly airing into the life, the arch rival, and the never before seen footage of the duo and their inner circle, peeling back the curtain for raw, honest, and intimate moments with the brothers, over the top, high octane style life. So, if you're a fan of them, I guess you're excited. I don't know. I'm just screaming and being like, why? And Scream's coming too, guys. We know Scream's coming, but so many announcements. We got Mark Consuelos coming in here, of course, from Mark and Kelly coming in to play a part in this too. But also Matthew Lillard's coming back for the new Scream movie too. So there's more and more people announced for this. Everybody's coming back. It seems like it's like when we heard we lost so many people from the original cast, Selena Gomez, people dropping out. It was like, okay, maybe this is like doomed to be just done. But now original cast coming back. Maybe it'll be the best thing for Scream. So get ready for much, much more Ghostface coming. And if you're not excited about that, well, maybe you'll be excited that Gwyneth Paltrow's selling your house. I don't know, whatever. This just seems like nice to me. Let's go sit at Gwyneth Paltrow's house. Have a great time in her 8,000 square foot home that's on sale right now for $22 million, which she bought for $9. And she'll get 22, guys. Good for Gwyneth Paltrow, I guess. But I don't know. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. GR, you gonna buy that house? Huh, GR? I hope you buy the house. I want you to buy it.
No problem. I'll take the money out of petty cash and go buy it.
We'll call it the Thirsty Mansion. How about that, huh?
Yeah, that doesn't roll off the tongue.
Yeah, maybe not.
It'll be the
Gwyneth
Gurr
Paltrow.
house.
The Gurr house. Gurring up all day, every day, GR. I'm excited. I don't know, there's a
Every
lot of
chance
stuff
I
going
get.
on. Yeah, every chance you get. A lot of breaking news, everybody. A lot of breaking news. But we gotta keep this ship going. So now it's that time. Put that 1 minute on the clock, and all my guests get 1 minute breakdown. What I say is there. Hot takes. Let's do it. All right, everybody. Now it's that time for those hot takes. This is that time. Put that 1 minute on the clock. Everybody gets 1 minute. Break down all their hot takes and all the latest breaking news. Can they make it before that bomb blows up? Or will they not? It's up to you guys who wins. It's not up to me. Not up to anybody else. Not Pepstar. It's not about Harvey Weinstein. No, it's up to you guys. You guys decide who's going to win hot takes. And I can't wait to find out who's going to win today. So let's go to the panel and find out who's going first for the hot takes. All right, let's do this. As always, super excited. Angela, what are you thinking here? How you feeling? Who do you think's going to go first for the hot takes? You super excited tonight?
Oh, I'm pumped. Oh, wait. Can you hear me? Okay. I think my mic was on. Yeah, of course. Totally pumped. I think that we should go with Valerie. You're next to Brian.
I'm ready.
1, 2, 3.
Oh. You do it right in order like that? We're gonna line them right up and go.
Yeah, it's like one. It's like in perfect order. Or we can go this way backwards, but it's up to you guys.
Too late.
I'm down.
Too late. Valerie's gonna go first. All right.
Val.
All right, Val. How you feeling about these hot takes tonight? You excited about them?
I'm excited. I'm locking in as we speak. I'm ready.
Locking in, getting ready, feeling great, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be awesome. I know it will.
Okay. Yes. I'm ready.
All right. Here, stay centered. Here we go. All right, here we go. Without further ado, everybody, now it's that time for those hot takes. All right, hot takes in 3, 2, 1, and hot takes.
All right, box office numbers. Congratulations, Dogman. Michael Jackson Biopic. I don't care about this. I don't care about this. If it's going to be 2 pieces, I don't feel like nobody... It's not like, dude, nobody's going to go see the second and third. It doesn't matter. A$AP Rocky, I'm so disappointed in you. How do you have 2 children with Rihanna and then jeopardize your life and go to prison? Like, just why? Harvey Weinstein doesn't want to die in prison. That sounds like a personal problem. Where you're supposed to be, girl. Terrifier 4. I don't know. That scares me. Parts of Town seems silly, and then I see like actual clips from the movie, and I'm like, oh, this is scary. Sandman, I never watched that, so it doesn't particularly matter. Jonas Brothers, woo! Okay, childhood, I'd watch it. Joe Bros, I love them. Well, the Jake and Paul Bros, no, absolutely not. Scream, I love Matthew Lillard, and Gwyneth Paltrow, I guess help us a little bit.
Great hot takes, Val. Great hot takes. Woo!
Woo! All right. Yeah, I do love Matthew Lillard. If I could see Matthew Lillard, I would be happy. I could die happy then. But,
You could die happy then?
yeah, I love Matthew Lillard. He's so fun.
He's so good. And he's such a nice human being, too, on top of that as well. So that's like, even like that Five Nights at Freddy's, like everyone's like, he's so hot. I'm like, he's a nice person that I'm like fine to watch him play a sleazeball too, you know?
Yeah. No, he's great. I love him.
I still like him as Shaggy. Like, let's get out of here, guys. You know, he's such
Oh my
a good as Shaggy.
That's why I love him so much, is because he's Shaggy. Oh, he's so wonderful. Love that
So
man.
wonderful. I'm excited for him. Great hot takes, Val. Great hot takes.
Thank you.
Angela, are we gonna send it? Are we gonna go to the Thirsty Daddy next here? What are you thinking? Are you gonna go next?
What do you want to do, GR?
I'm easy.
Hey, don't
You
spread
have
that
to
out there
make
too
the
much, GR.
No, why not? I'm cheap too, so that makes it better.
He's like,
Well, I'll let you decide.
I like how she wimps out on the decisions. God,
All right,
man, throw it
GR,
at me.
you're going next, GR. You're going next. Here we go, GR. How you feeling about these hot takes, huh?
Well, this way it's one thorn between two roses, so I'm ready for it.
Yeah, right. And who's there? GR's there. He's that thorn. Here we go, GR. Feeling good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feeling
All right,
good.
GR. I believe in you. Here we go, GR. Get thirsty, get sassy, get sophisticated. It's hot take time. Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Dogman, good. Family film did really well. The AI horror film, not so much. Let's see. MJ's biopic, splitting in two, could be the death knell for the whole project. ASP Rocky, getting selective memory is not a good thing to do when you're on trial for your life. Weinstein doesn't want to die in prison. Tough shit, you old fart. You fucked up, you're going to die.
He was like,
there
you're
in
going to.
Terrifier 4, who gives a shit? Go back my roots. Killing Cap, I really don't care about his origins. No more Sandman. Well, Gaiman, the creator's an alleged dirtbag. Jonas Brothers. Oh, a Christmas movie. I'm so excited. I'm over it. Jake and Logan, Just What the World Needs, another reality show. Oh, yeah. Parkins Willis, a good ad from Scream 7. That's a huge crew. And Paltrow only made $1 million a year for owning the house for 12 years. What a shame.
Great hot takes, GR.
It got by. But $12 million for 12 years of owning a house. I wish I could make that much.
Great hot takes. GR, how's that feel?
It feels good. So good.
Yeah. Looks like it was all natural. Ready to go. Ready to mass, GR. I see like Kira saying, why don't we get a team up of Scooby, Batman, like in the cartoon Queen. Yeah, I love to have that Scooby-Doo and Batman. So they did that back in the cartoon. And live action Scooby-Doo. I don't know. I mean, I feel like they just have a hard time with that. I don't know. I just feel like they're having a hard time doing Scooby-Doo. Like, I don't get it either, dude. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Great hot takes, GR.
Nice, Brian.
Yep. All right, Angela.
Scooby-Doo, where are you?
She's looking very intense right now, thinking about these hot takes, analyzing them, thinking about how she can win tonight.
How do we get around these fabulous little people here? Yeah, but we'll figure it out. We'll do it one way or the other.
Okay. All right, Angela. Well, I believe in you as always. I think you got this. You've always got this. Come on, Angela. Let's get serious.
What do you say, frothy? Let's get smooth and
let's get frothy and foamy and sophisticated up top.
Frothy,
drop it down. Watch out for that hammer before it drops. I don't know, something like that. All right.
I mean, all right.
You ready?
Let's do it.
Okay. Here we go, Angela. Here we go.
Three.
Hot takes in 3, 2, 1. Hot takes.
Dogman Companion dominate the office. Box office, sorry, not the office. Let me see. A dog in a cop suit beats aliens at the box office in 2025. Pretty wild, I guess. Ooh. Michael Jackson biopic. Let's see. 2 movies. Looks like even Thriller wasn't long enough. Rihanna's situation with her partner, I mean, just, I don't know. Like, this trial's heating up and it's still, like, obviously unbothered look. I think from that, and he just needs to get, I mean, I don't know. The whole thing, like, Valerie said he's crazy. Why are we doing this? You have a whole family to think about. Harvey Weinstein, I think if Karma had a courtroom, this would be it. Boom. Drop the mic. Let's see. Terrifier or Thriller confirmed worst film will be the last. Okay. Honestly, I don't care. Let's see. Sandman. Shit. Never gets early. Damn it. I'll just finish this one. Okay. Netflix canceled.
There you go. I'll give you a second.
So Netflix cancels, let's see, season 2? I mean, I don't know. Like, I honestly don't know much about this, to be honest. So I guess, sorry, you got canceled. That sucks. Romy and Michelle. I mean, that should be interesting. I mean, it's been a while, so I mean, we'll see how exciting this will be with the two of them at this point. Maybe it's going to be like their daughters or something, who knows, involved, or if they have kids or whatever. Jonas Brothers, I mean, I don't know. I don't give two flying Fs about a Christmas special with them. They're great, don't get me wrong, but I just can't. Matthew Lillard is kind of like, I think he's just like a natural part of the whole Scream franchise, so he should be there. Gwyneth Paltrow sells her home for $30 million. I mean, good for you, girl. You have $30 million while the rest of everyone in the world are trying to eat and do other normal shit. I don't know. I'm sorry. I don't think it's it's that big of a news situation. So, I mean, I guess I hope the new owners of her home are enjoying the overpriced candles and energy crystals that she's got to offer.
Great hot takes, Angela.
Sorry, over a minute.
I think, Angela, you got to tell us how you really feel about this. You got to quit holding it back.
I'm going to just create my own 2-minute reel.
Maybe she'll leave it.
But I don't know. What do you guys think?
About Gwyneth Paltrow?
I did think something about Jake Paul, the Jake and Logan thing. I'm just so it's like they were geniuses back in the day when their parents bought them the cameras and stuff for their to get them famous, to be these YouTube people, but these celebrity influencer guys. But I don't know.
You mean like us?
Huh?
Yeah.
I mean, YouTube guys like us.
I mean, I think we're cooler. I don't know. I mean,
well, we are cool.
I mean,
no doubt about it.
Guys came up they had some, assistance from their family and parents and other people, but I don't give a crap about their, this is either, I don't know if it might be TV gold for some people, or it's going to be a complete downfall of civilization. So I think it's a downfall of civilization is where I'm going.
I am not about it.
What? Are we in a downfall civilization with these guys? Come on, can we be honest here?
Yes, absolutely. It's stupid. I'm like, why? All the things that you can make a show out of, what a cheap cash grab. It's pathetic to me.
Yeah, it is a cheap cash grab, and it's does anyone really care? I mean, the fixed fight, that stupid dumb fight. I'm sorry, on
the Tyson fight.
Nobody could watch. I mean, I couldn't even get that thing if I wanted to even see it.
I feel like Tyson just held his punches. He was just holding himself back so he get that paycheck.
Probably paid a crap ton of money to
Brian, a 66-year-old man has no business getting in the ring and trying to fight. I mean, Mike's best days are long past him.
You want to go, Dia? Let's go right now, Dia. I'm going to take you out right now.
Yeah, go ahead.
He'd beat my ass. He'd probably, if you heard me right there, he'd be like, "Oh, I'm gonna take this guy out right now."
Well, he's only 60 and I'm 70, so I wouldn't be much of a fight.
So yeah, what's that called? Elder abuse? Oh shit!
Yeah. I can't reach that arrow in my back.
I will say, favorite meme from around that time was when somebody was like, "Okay, Jake Paul, your next opponent is ready," and it's President Jimmy Carter, right before he died.
Oh shit! Come on, I gotcha.
Senior citizen for you to get in the ring with. Here you go.
I think we were talking about another refight, a rematch. And I'm like, no, we don't want another rematch. This is it.
I don't need to see that. Nobody needs to see that. I don't know. People went into that thinking okay, the wonderful, beloved Mike Tyson's gonna knock this little punk on his ass, and he's gonna love it. And then it was just first of all, like Angela said, nobody could see anything, just ridiculous.
Yeah.
I have one question for you, Val. Who is Mike Tyson beloved by?
I don't know. I thought people liked
Okay,
it.
thank you. I'm just gonna wonder because he was the most hated heavyweight champion of all time.
Okay, I don't know. I wasn't there. I just think compared to from my
I forget how young you are. I'm sorry. I apologize.
compared to how people the public feels about Jake Paul, everybody was like Mike Tyson, we love you. You know what I mean? The OG.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, yeah. Compared to Paul, you know what I mean? I think people was one Tyson to knock his ass out. I think that's what people wanted. It didn't happen.
Yeah,
You
they're
know?
like you're a smug little 27-year-old who thinks you're hot shit. Like, let's get you taken down, by
He's,
Mike.
and, he's, he gets all this money. Like, I mean, like, I guess can't hate the player, hate the game, right? But he's been doing so good. But anyways, everybody, great hot takes across the board. Great hot takes. And we're going to put it out to you right now to tell us who you think. You tell us who you think should win hot takes. I'm going to put the poll out right now. Vote it up. Tell me who you think should be our winner. Who's going to be this Monday edition of Kruse Control's Hot Take Master for, again, episode 294. I still can't believe that. I can't believe that 300 episodes 2 weeks away. But while you're doing that, this is that time. Put, again... That minute on the clock is done. We're going to have a little bit more of a conversation. So now it's that time for those quick takes. Come on, guys. As we're delving in already, let's talk about this stuff. We got the polls out there. We got Terrifier. We got Sandman done after only 2 seasons, and they expected Sandman to go for a long time too, which is also one of those things that, of course, when your creator, when your showrunner, when the person behind it all has a bunch of SA allegations out there, of course you're gonna have some issues with it actually moving forward, and that's what happened here. So they're like letting that be done after season 2. Did anybody watch Sandman? I didn't watch it, but there were so many great reviews about Sandman over there on Netflix. Like I tried watching the first episode. It was a little bit more like, it felt like it was too Twilight-y for me, guys. Like, like early on Twilight, like, like they're shivering in the sun and shaking and stuff and pulsating. I don't know. It's a bit too much for me.
It was amazing and perfect is what you're saying.
Maybe that's what it is, Val. Maybe if you check it out, you should let me know, because I heard some great things about. I just couldn't get into it. And then like everyone's like, well, it's based off comics, and this Gaiman guy has so many people that are. I think it's like 8 women or something like that. A bunch of women are coming forward against him too, being like he was abusive. It sounds like he was like into dominatrix. That's what it sounds like to me. And it went a little bit too far for some women out there. So, I mean, that's
it's all alleged, Brian. It's alleged.
Though. It's all alleged, as we say about Diddy, allegedly. Right?
As I said in Hot Takes, an alleged dirtbag.
Well, GR, do you think that's the right thing to do? Just cancel the show, though, when that happens?
Well, the guy that created the headline of it is a dirtbag. Why put his shit on the air?
Yeah, well, I think that's what they think, too. They're like, well, you know what? Fuck this, And that's why they're being super quiet about it as well, letting it kind of like lax, and then, it'll come out next summer, but like they're not gonna really advertise it at all, which is kind of a sucky thing. A fan of the Golden Age, Sandman Queen says, and a lot of people like the Sandman back in the day. So I don't know, like people like the show too. The Logan thing though too, we're talking about that, GR. Is this ever gonna end? Are these guys gonna become president someday? One of these guys. What do you think? I mean, they're everywhere.
In a word, no. I mean, hell.
that sent you back a little bit. Just like,
hey, to put it politely, they're a pair of clowns who got famous because they found something that people wanted to watch for a little while.
Yeah.
But his 15 minutes of fame that we're all allegedly going to get is long over now.
Yeah, GR is more interested in that Harvey Weinstein trial, right, GR?
Oh, yeah, good. Mr. Weinstein, we know where you're going to croak, right where you are, baby.
Yeah, I kind of believe it, GR. And Valerie, I'm probably, I'm not good at these rapper names. I'm like ASAP. I know he's ASAP Rocky or whatever. What do you think about this? It's like Rihanna's there. People are talking about Rihanna more and she was just sitting there quiet, as opposed to, the friend being like, this guy just shot a bullet at me. Do you think this is a world that, for one thing, can like the Rihanna world and the fans actually save him from going to jail? Or do you think that they might throw the book at this guy?
Oh, no. I mean, I feel like, unfortunately, he's going to be put away for probably like 24 years. Because I think I may be wrong about this, but what I read was that he refused to take a plea deal that would get him like 8 years. But I think he's going to be going away for 24, which is just so disappointing because it's like, I don't know. I was a big fan of him. Like he has some really good music, and he's got some pretty good albums. And on top of it, he's married to Rihanna, the most amazing woman in the history of the world. Like, has two like beautiful children with her, and it's like, oh my god, like I just don't understand how do you jeopardize that? You have a pretty good career. You have a beautiful partner, beautiful kids. Like how do you not try to fight for that part of your life? It's just insane to me. It's just all upsetting, honestly. I like him as a rapper, as a personality. It's sad.
But you can't get selective memory when you're on the stand in a trial for your own life, And that's what he did. I don't remember well. Yeah. And pigs don't fly, do they?
Yeah, we remember. We know what happens there. People know. That's the thing. It's like, it just seems like this is just messy. Like, you're firing a gun at somebody like that in Hollywood, like on Hollywood Boulevard, and you think you're going to be fine? Why? Do you think you're untouchable? It's like kind of the conversation we had last week too, Val. It's like, some of these people think they're untouchable because they've been around a long time and they can just get away with it. We talk about Marilyn Manson, but that happens. And maybe they think he's indestructible, and look, I think they're going to throw the book at him. I think they will.
No, absolutely. I think he's going to be going away for a while, which, that sucks. I mean, it is kind of crazy. Before all this happened, everybody just kind of like made jokes of like, oh yeah, like Rihanna and Rihanna's boyfriend, like he's not even rock. He's just Rihanna's boyfriend. He's just Rihanna's
boyfriend.
Yeah. But
they just have two kids, whatever,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It sucks. It's so disappointing. I mean, yeah, you can't. I believe it was caught on camera, wasn't it? Like him, at least him gun, right?
I think there was something that they showed, but like it's still like a lot of like his interpretation of it. But some of it was caught on camera. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just think that it's just messy.
Their defense is saying like basically that there was no concrete evidence. I mean,
that's wild.
I mean, somebody pulls a gun and shoots somebody or shoots at somebody on Hollywood Boulevard.
There's a million cameras on Hollywood Boulevard, like all over CCTV stuff. I mean, there's no way that you wouldn't see something.
Plus 8 million phones when somebody like that is out.
Well, right, then you add phones, and you start recognizing people. I mean, somebody's got to know something going on. But yeah, I mean, the whole thing's just like, I don't know if she's. I mean, I'm certain because of her business. She's a businesswoman and stuff too. She's got to remain in some respects. I think like they probably, I mean, her team is probably, I would say, advised her to stay somewhat neutral about not, because she's been silent about this case.
Yeah.
So, and that's for reason, right? It's like not about not supporting him, but if she does say the wrong or do the wrong thing, now you're going to talk about, she's going to have to have a reputation management team working with her because she has businesses she owns.
Right.
It's not just about, she's a public face an entity. So she has to worry about those types of things. Those are big deals, especially with, I mean, him, I don't know what he's involved with her, but other than being a rapper, and stuff. So he's a musician, or lyricist or whatever. But I think it's more like, they have to all, there's a different like set of standards for like musician, right, and stuff versus when you're a woman like her. She's a musician, she's a businesswoman, she's a kind of a mogul, she's an actress, like she's like a tripod, she can do like multiple things, and so she's got
multiple purposes.
She's multifunctional.
Multitasking. Yeah, there you go.
Multitasking, she's multifunctional. So anyone in those circumstances, they do have to be a bit, which I know we're going to dive into it later with the whole Lively situation, so I'll save some.
I definitely read. I skimmed through like a lot of that too, so I was like going through quite a bit, like the 100-page document. We'll talk about that, but that's a lot too.
There's some crazy stuff with that whole thing. I mean, I will add commentary then, so I'll save it. But the stuff too, like with the Weinstein, and I mean, I just like.
He doesn't want to die in prison, but of course he doesn't want to die in prison, but he kind of dug his own grave, Angela. I think he did a long time ago.
Like I said, if karma was a courtroom,
Yeah.
this would be it. Like, here's the reaping what you sow, bud. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have empathy of any kind for somebody who's a freaking animal and like did
I think he was.
disgusting.
I think he was Diddy's role model.
Who? Oh yeah,
Diddy's
I
role
think he
model.
was Diddy's role model.
probably. He was probably at the parties with them. I mean, they were friends, or they knew each
I
other.
could see
well.
him being there.
Now they can be Celtics with Big Bubba.
Oh, yeah. they might be GR. They really might be.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it's just a lot with all of that Weinstein stuff, and it just keeps coming up, and like everyone's like, I think he's just gonna die. I think that's gonna happen. Like, he's already saying, I'm gonna die. I want this done now. I think he's gonna die during all this stuff. I don't think he's gonna last much longer. He's got that what is it? It's like bone cancer. He has something like that. So it's like a slow death, though, they were saying. So.
Like he's got
mean,
blood.
Couldn't happen to a nicer guy.
It's like blood cancer. It's like a hematology.
Okay.
Like a hematological like cancer. So he's trying to. I mean, it's manageable. There's time. I mean, there's so many different cancers now that are like supposedly really aggressive. But I'm certain he's got something going on, and they're probably maybe exacerbating it. I don't know, to make it seem like he's more unwell than he is, especially when there's conveniently another trial. I mean, it's just like. This guy's toast, it's over. Bye. Like,
nobody wants him out. Nobody wants him out. They're like, what?
Like, who wants him out? Like, I wouldn't. I mean, I'm sorry. I work in brand reputation, a part of everything else I'm doing, but I work in that side of things too. And I would not want to rehabilitate this man's reputation. It's freaking trash.
I don't think you could. I don't care how good you are.
Like, I don't even know how it would take like. An entire, like, all of us would probably have to be dead for another group of people to come around and like figure out, like, okay, maybe we could try to like be okay with this person, but it just would never happen. So, I mean, obviously that's a far-fetched fantasy, but not a fantasy anyone is wanting to have happen or come true by any means. He's just, bye Weinstein,
Sorry, man. We've had enough of you. We've had enough of you.
Terrible knowing you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
know you, and I'm glad I never did, because I wouldn't. If you ever touched me, I would have freaking chopped off your hands. Like, literally.
And I feel like he definitely did.
Decided to put me in, you piece of whatever. He gets this message. This is POS to Harvey Weinstein. Sucker. Just kidding. No.
You're done. You're done, buddy. You're done.
Karma.
Good point, Kira. And then this Michael Jackson thing, though, they're splitting it up, maybe 2 movies. Maybe that's the way to salvage it. I don't know. I just think that's a lot for a biopic, a 2-picture deal. I think that's a lot.
Long life. I mean, he did have a long. I mean, I would say other people have had very long lives too. I don't know if they really need to go super deep into his like like how he got to fame. I mean, it's kind of a known story. Like, they could.
Who wants to hear about him? The fact he's a pedophile. We already knew that, and that's where the problem came up. They were going to mention that family, and we all know what happened.
Yeah, well, he was cleared though. He was still cleared though. He was still cleared in the eyes of the law. He was still cleared.
Yeah. Well. In the eyes of
on
the
that
law,
case,
you are a little tainted.
There's 700 others, Brian, that didn't make it to trial, and now they can't.
Yeah, they can't.
Didn't Macaulay Culkin though, like, stand up for him, or?
Oh yeah, he did. He 100% did.
Yeah.
A lot of people did stupid things back in the day.
Yeah.
Max seemed to like really care for him.
Who?
What, Val? Well, he goes by Macaulay Culkin.
Oh, Mac, yeah. Well, yeah, it sounds like it. I don't know. Maybe there was, I think, issues with his household and his home life too. So I think, where you find reprieve, I mean, is where you sort of end up protecting, right? Like where you seek salvation or refuge from other things in your life, you may protect people that aren't that great of people though. So that's the thing that can get convoluted with that stuff, but I don't know. I'm not really interested in 2 biopics. I mean, I think you can just do one You know, we're
I know,
getting on this
one
big
is good.
biopic kick, which I think is we obviously it's nice to see people's stories, right, and all that jazz. But I think that's going to be it's kind of the theme now, right? Everyone's got a biopic.
Yeah.
It used to be
Biopic for you and me.
Remember, it used to be E! True Hollywood Story, and now it's a biopic.
Yeah, I know. It's everywhere. That's all we do now.
Yeah.
Valerie, what were you going to say about Michael? I think you had something you were trying to say.
I just can't picture people like, you know, like treating, I don't know. The thing that keeps coming to my mind is like, you know, I don't know, like people were waiting for like Dune Part 2. You know, nobody's going to be waiting for Michael Jackson Part 2. You know, nobody's going to be waiting for the like Part 2 with the trial and everything. I don't know. I can't imagine people going, seeing the first one and being like, man, I can't wait for the second one. I just really can't wait for this. You know, because like even people that like
I want to see how this concludes.
I don't know. Even
I
people,
want to see how it concludes. No one's doing that, you know?
oh yeah, exactly. Like even people that really, really love an artist or some like anybody that has a biopic, like I don't know, it's so hard to do them right. And this is just a really, I don't know, complicated one to even like attempt. You know, and 2 parts, that's very, very ambitious for a biopic, I think.
Yeah. I agree. I think it's really ambitious. Whether you use CGI for a new song or
I
an
think
album.
it's
What's that
overly
about Michael-
ambitious.
Yeah.
It's absurdly ambitious. Like
Uh,
wasting a lot of dollars here, people. Like, I mean, this is his money. His money.
They've already done that. They're way over budget.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Is everybody okay with audio? I think someone's writing something. Can everybody hear everybody?
What?
Yeah.
Okay, there was something weird here. I mean, maybe it's an old thing. I see an old thing. Anyways, yeah, we'll see what happens with all that biopic. We'll keep you posted, guys, out there if it ends up being like a 2-parter. But as of right now, it's still 1. But the rumor is they're going to go with 2 to salvage it because they're tens of millions of dollars over budget already, and they want to get something out there. We'll have to find out. But great quick takes, everybody. Great quick takes. Excited. I have. Oh, I'm going to go over this angle. I have officially ended it, guy. I found the poll right now. We found out we do have a winner of hot takes. I'm super excited to find out who is our hot take winner for this hump day edition of Kruse. Hump day? No, it's Monday. It's Monday. I'm rushing the week. There we go. I'm rushing the week, but we're going to find out right now. So
I'm just kidding.
maybe I'm hoping it's Wednesday. I'm like Wednesday. But without further ado, everybody, we do have a winner of hot takes for this Monday edition of Kruse Control, and our winner is I'm supposed to do it. The Thirsty Daddy, Stone Cold Steve. Wow, GR Waters.
Oh, man. We gotta get like a crown or something. Are those your cans from Friday?
Yeah, he's got those cans all the time now. How's it feel, GR? Great hot takes.
Oh, it's fabulous. I'm shocked. I really thought I thought the youngster was going to get it.
Yeah.
You never know. You never know who's going to win hot
I would
takes.
win
That's
the
it. You never know.
longest hot takes, probably. That's fine. I can do that.
Well, you won that hands down.
Yeah. Thanks, Sure. Appreciate it. Yeah, I would. Fine. I'll take it. Everyone's great.
Well,
You're all great.
great.
You're all
Thank you,
great.
Kira.
yeah, great hot takes across the board, buddy. Kira's like, I knew GR was going to win.
You're killing me, Larry.
Kira.
Well, great hot takes
Thank
across
you,
the board.
Queen.
Maybe
As we were saying,
maybe we should just leave hot takes for GR.
Yeah, yours hot takes.
I'll just be like,
Yeah.
you know, GR, you speak on behalf of all of us. Just have
Yeah.
Wine.
GR's always, GR, you're not always winning. GR wins quite a bit, though.
You know,
he wins like 99% of the time. It's like he's good with it.
Yeah.
I mean, he's good with it. That's what can I say?
Yeah.
You
Shut up, motherfucker.
You're good. You're good. I'm sometimes I'm not quick enough. I'm like I'm like all this extra. It's like like just verbal word vomit.
Yeah, it is,
All right,
sometimes
well-
that's what it is.
Yeah.
GR has that. He has that yellow notepad. He's got all of his notes written down on, so he's ready to rock and roll
Yeah.
every
It's
time.
bad. GR?
See?
I love that. The dedication, the organization, go off.
I know. I gotta.
At my youth-deprived age, I have to be prepared. Otherwise, I'll be shit
What was
out of
good
luck.
for the goose is good for the gander.
Thanks, Peppy.
Well, depends who the gander is.
Can't be serious.
Tell you what, I am getting sick of. On a side note, while I put this pillow behind my back, is I'm just getting a little like sick and tired of all the O.J. Simpson stuff, man. I can't. I mean, as much as I was fascinated by it forever, I've watched every possible like show, and on Netflix they've got that on now, and it's like I watched some of it, and it's like, and then you're like, oh man, like I like you know, what's his name, Mark Herman? Isn't this bad of a guy? Like they actually were just making him look that way. You know what I mean? So that's a whole different thing. But I just was like with these biopics, or I know it's not really a biopic.
No more murdering people biopics.
Is there a new like docuseries on Netflix about
docuseries about like the whole O.J. Simpson thing on Netflix right now? I mean, it's like number 1, 2 trending.
Wow.
I mean, it's interesting. I mean, it's all the stuff that wasn't in the court files. It wasn't in
the juice.
Like, the investigators like completely overlooked. I mean, his DNA was on everything.
That's crazy.
Like,
I mean, the thing is, though,
convicted. That's all I'm saying. It's crazy.
I guess he's still popular.
What?
I know he got away with it. He got away with it, though. He totally got away with it.
They DNA tested him. Okay, at the time they did all this stuff with the victims and his blood. His blood was in every single thing. It was all.
If the glove don't fit, it don't mean shit.
What?
The glove don't fit, it don't mean shit.
Yeah, I don't know what.
That's what South Park said.
I look back at that though, you guys. It's like, what the frick was that even? Like, how could you even not? The guys can like what? I don't like that. Just makes me crazy about our like number one, our legal system. Number one, like the cops and that. I mean, like who would be that negligent? Mm-hmm. Like multiple cops. I mean, what? Like that's crazy.
He did write that book. He wrote that book. If I did it, this is how I would have done it.
Yeah, and he did do it. It's like clearly in every single possible like evidence, all the stuff they found, it was crazy, and they just didn't. I don't even know. Like, yeah, I know DNA sequencing and all that stuff was very different, and it was newer back then. But they could do stuff to figure out blood types and everything, and they put all of them together, and it wasn't like admissible in court or something. I'm like, what? Like, what is going on with LA County, man? I was like, that's fucking crazy. Sorry, excuse me.
I know. I'm shocked. I'm shocked they let him out. I'm shocked that happened, but unfortunately they did. And they're not going to stop talking about him, Angela. I think for a long time. There'll probably be eventually maybe someone will come out being like, he did it.
We're going to see every like 2, 4, 3, 4 to 5 years, or every year, 2 years, not every year, excuse me, every 5 years we'll have some new like, oh my God, never was seen. OJ, it's like, what else could there be here? Like this.
Well, that's my question is like, when you're watching this, has anything been presented to you that you're like, wow, I didn't know about this, or like, this is crazy, or, you know, any new information or like just a better way of presenting it at all?
I think that they're just, I mean, I would say it was all pretty much touched upon in one way or another in these docuseries or documentaries. Like they've talked about the blood, the DNA testing, but then they were talking about tampering, like police, you know, like none of it happened. It was, I mean, this is all negligence on that side of the fence because it's not him. It wasn't, he had nothing, he couldn't do anything with all that stuff. It was on the other side. It was on the legal side.
Right.
It was sloppy, it was messy. It was done terribly. The officer, there was just too many cooks in the kitchen, you know what I mean? With everything. And they weren't, I don't know if there was like friendships with this guy, you know, OJ had friendships with some of these officers and stuff. Like there was some other things going on there. There was shady shit going on. Like, and I don't know, people were withholding evidence. Evidence that wasn't going into court. And that's, I mean, whatever, the guy's gone now, but the whole story, I think it serves as like a case study, I think, almost in the sense of just like showing how much you do have to do your due diligence. I mean, that was a long time ago in the 90s, but
Yeah, well, I'm intrigued by that, Angela, and I'm always interested to see what comes forward. But the same as I'm interested in, too, what's happened with this Blake Lively situation, because more and more evidence is coming forward, too. And this is where it goes to court. Everybody gets their day in court. So we'll have to see if that actually happens, because there's a lot happened with this. So can we talk about Blake Lively and Baldoni one more time? Everybody, this keeps developing just like the OJ thing keeps developing all the time. Look at this. So much more information came forward on this. That's why we got to talk about it. Now, Blake Lively is trying to get the whole thing thrown out, guys. Trying to get the whole thing thrown out. She's put into the court, be like, this should not happen. Let's throw the whole thing out. And Baldoni's like, no, he's doubling down right now because he's actually filed new claims into his lawsuit saying that, of course, the nice pool thing happened. So he put that bullying him happened in that movie. He added that to the lawsuit. And on top of that, too, he amended it with this 224-page lawsuit with, again, a new website. A website launched. I don't know if you guys saw this website, but it accommodates a 168-page timeline for the whole breakdown of the whole relationship with them and all the allegations that went down during the filming of This Ends With Us. And I will say, I skimmed through like 80 pages or 70 pages. It's a lot. And I will tell you the one thing about this whole thing is it sounds like he shows the text messages, email correspondence, the timeline. It breaks down from they first met to when he got the rights to the book to him bringing her on to how it kind of went down from there. And as I'm reading through this, and of course this is his side, and because his side's been pushing so much, the judge is actually talking about expediting the actual trial. Because he's saying right now it's going to be hard to get an actual jury base that's not going to be tainted by this because of all this information coming out. Especially now this new website that just launched. And even on top of this too, you have her brother actually came forward and was dissing him online, and then he came back and retracted that, or her brother-in-law was. And then he's actually saying now that he lost out on millions of dollars. He was supposed to work on a Pac-Man movie and 2 other projects that he was supposed to direct and then actually help write, and he said he lost those jobs because of this whole thing too. But when I look at the actual breakdown, through the time, through all of this, I just say it's interesting because it shows like a very nice correspondence between the two of them. She's like, oh my God, this is a safe space with us. We're having a great time. No, you're totally fine. And one of the big things that was the big twist in there was she said he was calling me sexy on set, that I was wearing sexy clothes. And that was abusive, she was saying. But what he actually alluded to was she had been asking for her to be sexy in all the scenes. She kept saying, I'm not sexy enough. I need to be sexy. And so he said he had said that out loud. He apologized to her, but she still threw it in his face. And there was also like guys, remember the pornography thing that happened? That he was showing, that she said they were showing porn? Apparently what was happening was the producer was showing a natural birth his wife was giving of their kid to people on set, which is a weird thing. But that's what the porn was, that he was showing everybody the kid being born, which is a weird thing to do. Honestly, why would you show like your wife giving birth to somebody, your kid to your coworkers?
Did that.
It's a weird thing.
Did it right?
Yeah, well, it was a fellow producer. It wasn't him.
Oh.
So yeah, so
I mean,
and then
people have done that. It is weird. I mean, I don't know if they just find it to be like, this is life, and like, look at how beautiful it is. Like,
yeah.
I don't know. It's great. I mean, I don't want to see your wife having a baby. Like,
yeah, but it
yeah.
just seemed like to me, Angela, like even as I'm like, this is one person's side. Like his stuff is one person's side.
That's not pornography. I mean, that's not what that is. Like, that's completely out of context. I mean, and as much as that, so like, and as that story goes, like you're saying with looking at that case too, like I find it interesting that, like there's a history with Ryan Reynolds and being, I guess, like even with his previous wife, Scarlett Johansson, that, she made comments about wanting to be with a man that was more empathetic, and she didn't realize what it was to set boundaries in a relationship and understanding what that meant, because she was referring to at the time that, I think that Ryan didn't understand and was basically like kind of really controlling in her relationship. And so that's essentially, and then obviously, I guess, what Blake Lively and him got together and cheated. He cheated on her while they were on, what was it, the Green Lantern or something?
Yeah, Green Lantern was when they actually hooked up. Yeah.
Yeah, those two met on the obviously that at that time. And so I think Ryan was having a lot of issues because like Scarlett Johansson was really, really just killing it. She was making a ton of money. She was in Avengers, like all that stuff was coming out back at that time period when they had met, him and Blake Lively. And so he was like, basically, I guess he had some issues with her, popularity and how she was doing it. He didn't really have much control, I guess, with her life and stuff going on there. So I guess it kind of just created from what she was saying in these interviews she's had, it would create a kind of a downfall, which is interesting because when Blake Lively and they met, she was on, what was it, Gossip Girl?
Gossip Girl, yeah.
She was dating Penn Badgley for a few years. And I guess when they got together, like Ryan Reynolds was, like did not want her. He wanted like to find that woman who was going to be that stay-at-home mom type, that will kind of, like you can have this great life, but whatever. And that's kind of been the narrative going around a lot of places, is that she would just kind of like, she fit that mold in a way of just like being his wife, and he could kind of control a little bit more of what Blake did, because he did, I guess, try to help get her contract. He helped try to help get her contract, revoked or minimized, or in some way try to get her out of her contract, basically with the whole Gossip Girl thing. And all that was going on. Then it kind of transitioned into these other things where you don't know people. And Ryan's like that guy who seems to have, he seems like a really genuine, kind guy, but with that whole
genuine, charismatic.
The kindness pool thing or whatever, that stunt.
The nice pool.
When I looked back at that, it was like obviously really cheap. Like, I mean, they were like obviously directed at him. I mean, you can't get around that. It was like, I mean, even the promos for the movie with like where they had the other actor and he's showing the picture of like, he's like, why is your wife, why is your hand in my wife's or like something with his wife, and there was a hand in her pocket or something like that on set. Like I started looking at all this stuff and I'm like, this is kind of, do you remember that? The interview that the promo.
I'm trying to think about the hand in the pocket. I mean,
there was it was Ryan Reynolds interviewing the other guy that was not that played Atlas. His name's Brendan something, I think. He was the other guy in the film, her love interest. But Ryan Reynolds.
I need to watch this movie.
Okay. Well, anyways, they had to sit down and it was a promo and it was kind of going into this whole thing. And it kind of just goes back to the whole, like, I guess like Ryan Reynolds wanted her wardrobe for the movie, like sent to the house so he could like basically, from what I've heard, to prove what was acceptable for her to wear on set. When I guess
they had that one thing, Angela, where she wore one outfit and it leaked, and people were saying that she looked they were saying she didn't look good. Like, why is she wearing that? And they pushed the budget. Apparently, they had like $150,000 for the wardrobe, or $180,000, and because of that budget, they moved up to $500,000 for the wardrobe. Yeah, and so that was a big contention on set too. That's what Baldoni was saying.
Yeah, well, and I think too the other thing was interesting is that like this all started when he had some access to that rooftop, is where this all started, like is when the writer's strike happened. He asked for the cuts of the movie, like, and no producer in the history of anywhere any actress has asked if they could get, hey, could you give me the cuts of the film so far so I can like review it. And then she asked if you, I don't know if you looked through the messages, but she asked also like they could send, if any other producers on the film have seen any of the cuts before. And I guess like no one's ever really requested that in the hit anywhere. Like no one's ever asked.
It's not normally a thing.
Huh?
It's not normally a thing unless you're like executive producer on it or something like that. But even that, it's like she was actually saying. She like, I remember I read her first text about when she first watched the movie, and then she said, "Oh my God, I love it. This is phenomenal. I'm so proud of you." And then he said that she showed up the next day with 7 pages of notes and said he needed to change all these things. And then the producers, there's actually like text messages with the producers being like, "She's so difficult. Like, why is he giving her all this feedback? Why is he letting her control this? She's taking over the movie. We didn't hire her. We hired him." And he even said, like, I gave her 98% on what she wants, and she keeps asking for more. And, it's just like little things that sound like it was difficult with her, and then this is his side again, but it just sounds like it's difficult.
It might have been difficult with her. And then through maybe Ryan too, though, being if he's if he is that kind of person where, let's say he's a bit controlling about what she does and how things go, and he wants to have a say in creative input, even though it's not his film or whatever, and she's in it and that's his wife. That's a whole nother dynamic that I don't know. I don't know him in that capacity, so I can't speak to it. But all I know is, I mean, if his ex-wife is talking about that behavior and other people are kind of like, well, this is what we've seen. I mean, it starts to become like, then there's a pattern. You have to start to wonder, is the pattern true? Like, where do you start seeing the difference and the deviation in behavior and communication? And that's where they looked at that timeline. And it was like right when there was that scene where the two of them were talking. It was like they were doing those cuts, and they were dancing. They were getting kind of intimate looking together. They were talking about like a bunch of life stuff. It wasn't, obviously this wasn't them acting in the film. This was them just showing they were talking about stuff and just flirting. And I guess from what is being said, that's when I guess Ryan Reynolds saw that it really bothered him because it was similar to the same, I guess. What
happened before at Penn Badgley or something?
That was the same similar mimicking like scene where I think those two kind of fell in love. And I guess, they both have a history of having romances with other people on set. Like,
so you think it's just a jealousy thing because
on the town. What?
Their text messages are like so like if you look at their text messages, she's like so many hearts and emojis. I'm so proud of you. You're so great. And then he's back. Oh, you're so. I mean, most of the text messages almost seem like they're in love. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And if you're with somebody,
they're very flirtatious.
Would you not get if you were someone who has if you were a little controlling or have that type of behavior, would that not probably set you off of being insecure and feeling like
a lot less than that.
What?
But Baldoni has kids and he's married and has kids and stuff too.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah.
What did you say?
I said if he's a control freak, and we don't know that he is or isn't, but if he is, it wouldn't take that many emails to set him off.
But
there's so many text messages.
But the bottom line is he doesn't have any control of this fucking movie. Either make the movie or kick the bitch out. That's when I was reading that stuff, I was just like,
William Morris Endeavor or whatever dropped him. I mean, that's pretty.
Yeah.
And they
pretty
probably
big.
made that decision. It was a successful movie and it's making money.
Yeah.
They probably did it because they know, okay, do we keep this dude or do we keep Blake and Ryan and make more money off them because they're more of a sure thing than maybe this guy? I don't know. I mean, probably not the smartest move on their behalf to drop him.
I don't think so. I think like if you look at these text messages back and forth from day one, even until like where she came back, and they had the big break because of the strikes, and so they went down. And when they came back from the strikes, like they pushed it because of her. And when they came back, she was all happy, excited. And then all of a sudden, she's like, I have to have a meeting with the team day one. And he's like, well, it seems weird. And he thought it was gonna be fine. And then Ryan showed up, and they were yelling at him and belittling him and saying like, you've been inappropriate to my wife. And he's like, I've already had these conversations. We've already gone through this. Even the intimacy coordinator thing, like, before it seemed like she made it seem like, we never had that. He had one from day one on board and she refused to talk to him. It was a whole thing. So now he was talking for the notes.
Them kind of.
It seems like it. It seemed like there was something here.
I think Ryan called her out. This is what I'm going to say. I think Ryan probably called her out. It sounds like he may have a control thing going on with like certain stuff. Didn't like what he was seeing. Not that I'm saying I don't blame him in some capacity. If that was the case, right in quotes, he kind of probably lost his marbles a little bit on it and got like, all right, I'm gonna run with this. I'm pissed off. Like I'm gonna try and take over here where I can. Maybe he was thinking, and like, yeah, now it's like, and then she kind of gave in like, oh shit, yeah, this is my husband. I'm not gonna like mess with him. I gotta like follow his lead on this. If he says we gotta do this. It could have been her way of just saving her own ass, too. I mean, if she felt like she probably was doing the wrong thing. I mean, she's been known to be very flirtatious on sets. Like, it's not a new thing with her stars.
And I know, like, Kira was saying, why don't we just make, I think it was Kira said he needs to be blacklisted. No, it was Countess. And that's something, he kind of is blacklisted right now. And that's why he's filing this lawsuit. I don't think it's going to get thrown out. Like, if you start looking through, like, the actual, their correspondence, like I was saying to this whole thing, it just seems like there's something weird going on here, because she seemed exactly happy and satisfied with everything until she wasn't. And everything that she talked about, it seemed fine.
Right.
And she even said this is a safe space.
When did that, right at that, like you said, everything was fine. Then where was that one point where the deviation occurs? That's what you look at, because that's where you can tell the whole story right there. And that's when everything picks up. So if it is on them, and this is in fact kind of the way it did go, the narrative totally changes a lot more. And that guy is entitled to punitive damages, all kinds of stuff, because he's losing out on money, his film.
Millions.
If that were the case,
I'm intrigued to see how they present this, because
don't send her a freaking voicemail, dude, at 2 a.m. Like,
yeah, you don't do that. Apologizing.
Oh, sorry. Like, it just sounded really. It was a bit like bizarre.
Right?
That was wild. Oh my god, I remember.
Yeah, he was all breathy and like he was working out, and he was like, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I'm like, okay.
All right. Like,
Yeah. Val, what's your instinct on this? You're kind of hearing these more and more information's coming out. He releases this 160-some page thing of all their correspondence, which is pretty drastic to put that out there, because he's been talking about it for weeks now. Do you think this is going to help his cause at all? And do you think that this is, because you think that maybe that Angela could be right about this kind of jealousy maybe behind scenes?
I don't know how this is, like, how the texts or whatnot are going to, like, help his cause or what, but what Angela's saying, I'm just sitting here absorbing this, because that has, like, changed my entire perspective on this. Not that I was really, like, I don't know, for one person or the other, but everything that you're saying about, like, kind of like Lively maybe being more like flirtatious on set or whatnot, like whether she was like super serious about it or not, and then like Ryan Reynolds getting really jealous. And so is it entirely like she was saying, like he wanted to approve her outfits. And if you watched the movie and you saw the like outfits she wore in the movie, there was like a scene where she was wearing like 2 giant pairs of baggy jeans. It was 2 layered pairs of jeans. And I'm just like, that's the work of a straight man, if I've ever seen it. No offense, straight men. But it makes so much sense. I was like, that has to be why those outfits were so weird. Because like the main like thing that I've seen around this movie, aside from like obviously like all the controversy and like the lawsuits or whatnot, are how weird all of her outfits were. Like she was wearing all the like a huge beanie and like a giant
That's a queen.
triple XL like Carhartt jacket, and like the outfits were so weird. Every outfit was so weird, and I'm like, it's all making sense now to me.
But then you hear about, she's like, even in all these correspondence, she's talking about I need to be sexy and all this stuff too, which is weird because, again, it's like she's saying that, but then she's wearing baggy clothes and stuff like that. But they also have their whole correspondence, Val, going back and forth about like the weight thing. That was a big thing in this. Or she's saying, they even talks about how Ryan Reynolds like yelled at him, like, you never asked for someone's weight, a woman's weight. But they go back and forth from almost day one, where she's like very open in these text messages being like, hey, I'm worried about my weight. Like, I'm working on it. And she going back and forth. He's like, I'm working on mine too. And she's like, you should try my trainer. Okay, here's my trainer. So then he starts using her trainer, and they're like helping both them out. And then she keeps bringing her weight up the whole time. And he's like, you look fantastic. Don't worry about it. She's like, please shoot my scenes later, the intimacy scenes, because I don't want to be like, I'm going to try to lose as much weight as possible. He's like, I'm going to try my best. But like, he goes, don't worry about it. We're going to make you look great. You're going to look great. And then that whole thing about the weight happened, and he even said to the trainer, being like, I was gonna try to find. He told her, or he told the trainer, like, I know you're saying that she's worried about her weight, but like, what's her weight so we know if we're picking up in this big sequence? And it didn't even seem like a thing to me. But then again, the way that they respond to it, it seems like she makes it a big deal. You know, when it seems like she was trying to like not make it a big deal from the get go, like, be fine with this. I want to be open about this. And so it's interesting to me. I'm like, what is happening here? I just don't know. It's like, the more I see this stuff, the more I'm like, I don't know if I believe completely that she's right. That's just me. I mean, I don't know. But we'll see. It's like changing my mind on the whole thing. It does seem like weird that Ryan Reynolds is so involved. It just does.
Yeah.
Well, you heard about it, right?
Yeah.
What's that?
It's weird how involved Ryan Reynolds is, though. I mean, like, that's where kind of this whole control thing comes in, is more of a, like, okay, this makes more sense to me now, right? Like, as before it was like, okay, protective husband, if he was really, this guy was being so inappropriate, but looking at their communication, they were very like, very copacetic, very amicable, friendly, very friendly to each other. I would say flirtatious to some extent. Like, that's where I could see him stepping in, hence why all the kind of like, and I like Ryan Reynolds. I've always liked him, but I mean, at the same time, I feel like, like it's kind of been said he's kind of got that like funny sort of insecure ego, kind of like, that like
He plays it well.
kind of just
He
that
plays
funny,
it so well.
insecure, witty ego comedy. That's
Van
what
Wilder.
he projects a lot.
That's him.
Right. So I think with this, it was like, if he's that kind of guy, that he's a little like, I got to approve the outfits. I want to see what she's doing. This guy's good look, whatever the scenario is. Like, there's people just who have those personality traits that it's like, I mean, one thing happens and that's it. That's enough for them to be set off and to do whatever they want. He's a powerful now, like, actor in Hollywood. So he's got a lot of pull, got a lot of weight.
He's big.
And this guy's a little fish compared to him.
That's why I'm intrigued to see if there's other sides.
Yeah, I mean, again,
Like, let's see if there's any more text messages they're not showing in this.
well, I'm certain there's something. I mean,
That's the big thing.
holding something, but
Oh yeah.
I just think like, I don't know. I don't want to say it seems like a kind of like a bullying situation, like someone like they're picking on this guy. I don't know. Like, things for me turned around when I started looking more into like this whole thing.
It's a lot of nonsense.
What?
Yeah, and it's going to keep going. I was saying it sounds like a lot of nonsense in the chat. Yeah, it's a lot of nonsense, but I also wonder, like, because again, they want to throw it out. Blake Lively wants it thrown out now, and Ryan Reynolds are asking for it all thrown out. It makes you wonder if there is more of that, like you were saying, Angela, they don't want out there now,
Well, it sounds
Probably
like
not, because he got dropped. I mean, this guy got dropped from his agency. Like, it's
everything.
you all know
4 projects he said he's losing. Pac-Man was one of them. Pac-Man?
Yeah, Brian, it sounds like somebody that knows they're going to get their ass kicked in court wants it out. Oh my God, I could lose, and look at that.
Yeah, like this is
Yeah,
starting
GR,
to
well,
not go in our favor, so we might lose, and
Yeah.
they very well might.
Exactly.
If
Yeah, GR, you're
And I
serious
hope
about
they
this. What do
do.
you think, GR?
If it's what, if I'm sorry, go ahead, Brian.
I was gonna say you've been flying the wall a little bit. What do you think about this too? Do you think that this could be a thing where they're trying to get it thrown out because it does make him look bad, and makes them look bad, and maybe Baldoni might have a little bit more stuff to say here?
I think he definitely does. I think, I didn't read as many pages as you did, but what I looked at, this bitch wants it thrown out because she knows she's going to get her ass kicked in court. And when that happens, it's going to cost her, what is it, $400 million?
It's $400 million.
It won't be be that much, but it still could be a couple $100 million. And I feel like they might settle it early, GR. They could try. She already is trying. She wants it kicked out, and she has a reputation, as you know, Brian, of being a bitch on the set. It's not
even
like
the Gossip Girls came out. The producer came out from Gossip Girl was saying that too, about how she was farting and burping on set and acting like that people should be honored to be smelling her farts. That she would be like, "You should be happy that you can smell my farts on set," like stuff like that.
Ew.
And that's what I'm saying.
Story.
The bitch knows she's gonna lose her ass in this case, and she wants it thrown out so I don't get looked at. I don't give a fuck, you bitch. You call a man out, you sue him, and then when you find out, oh my God, there's evidence I'm not a nice person. I don't want that out there.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that they threw out like that this 168 page thing, GR, that's a lot of stuff being like, this is our whole correspondence too. It's very fascinating, and I think like as I'm reading that, a lot of it seems like if you work on set, a lot of it seems very standard. Like when you're dealing with somebody difficult, and that's why I'm not going to be like this is what it is, but to me it sounds like difficulties.
Our dance scene we saw, Brian.
Yeah,
I mean that was not unusual.
No, not unusual. But then also on top of that, The fat shaming thing, there was, like I said before, there was so many conversations where she was bringing up her weight, being like, and they were joking about it, and they were happy, and they were having a great time, So to me, it's like, I feel like that was thrown in his face. But also, like, again, if you read this at all, a lot of it just seems like standard difficult person on set, and you're trying to get through. She had 2 ADs fired, too, because she didn't like it. Like, one of them, she was saying she was naked for the pregnancy scene, but she wasn't. They had Spanx on her, plus they had an undergarment, plus they had the robe, and she was saying everything was out there with one piece of cloth on her genitalia, and they have the correspondence. She said that their people were on set during these intimacy scenes, and even on the call sheets it shows closed set, which they really do. This isn't the call sheet, closed set, no cameras, and only certain people are allowed on set. I've been in those situations a million times. They have all the stuff, all the paper trail to show they were doing precautions. So maybe there's something weird with, again, Ryan Reynolds, like Angela said, and also on top of it, maybe it's her being difficult, But he did change the script for her multiple times, and he did a lot of stuff, and they were joking back and forth, very open about it. So It just seems like people are jumping on a bandwagon, and I can't wait to see how it's played out in court.
She also had her protections for return to production. I think she had 17 or 20. Sorry, she had up to 20 or something like that. Like I think the list even went further than that. Of like all these,
Yeah, well, they were saying again too that there was a COVID outbreak.
Yeah, I mean.
Yeah, there's a COVID outbreak, but that's past the time, like they were saying.
She's had, I don't want to be like a dick, but she's had maybe they said about 8 films in her career that I think maybe like one was the best. Like she had one that was the most.
Right?
And I don't think she gets a lot of film offers because of her behavior. I think also on set, like maybe that's another, you know what I mean? Because it doesn't matter just who you're married to or whatever. If you're just known to constantly have a poor attitude or just a very entitled attitude, and you're just you're rude to like everyone that interviews you, or you pretty much a lot of these people you meet because you just feel like you can be. And your co-stars, it's not like it's just the people that interview her; it's the co-stars. It's the people that she works with, her, the production, the crew, all that. At some point, someone's
an idiot.
Like, listen.
If you're a twit on the set, it's going to get known.
Yeah.
And there goes your work.
Well, I don't think
I'm going to say one thing since the chat saying like he had all the power in here.
What?
Well, I see the chat saying she had all the power in this situation, or there's the chat saying he had all the power in this situation. That tends to happen sometimes, but even like what they're showing here is that she had all the power in the situation, but that's his side, her side. You know what I mean? And when a big name comes on with somebody that has a little name like this, sometimes the power dynamic will shift, and they'll have more power on set, and people will give in to that big name.
Sure.
That's what I think too.
The whole, she was the star of this film, so
yeah. And she did massive research. So much of the producers were complaining in these things they say too about how she's taking over, and she's been known to do this before, and it was messing up what they were shooting. So there's a lot of stuff here that sounds like typical like on-set jargon when you have somebody that's difficult and people trying to kind of pamper that person, which happens a lot. It happens a lot. She had 2 ADs fired because they looked at her wrong. You know what I mean?
I think. And, I don't think pampering somebody who's a diva like behavior. I think someone needs to like do the finger. Like
well, yeah, but people don't do that though. People get scared, Angela. They always get scared.
To work.
She threatened to walk. That was another thing too. She threatened to walk. 2 weeks out, she threatened to walk.
Replaceable. Sorry, everybody's replaceable. Blake Lively's replaceable. There's a million other actresses that are just, better than she is as an actress. She's not that amazing. Like she's not. Sorry, but she's not. She's okay. Like she can do decent when she wants to. I don't think she's the best actress I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And
I wouldn't put her in the top 500.
Are rude. Like, just the things I've seen about like with her are just like, man, I wouldn't want to. I'd freaking say something to her if she got an attitude like that with me. It's like, bitch, I don't care. Like, I don't care that you come from your mommy and daddy's money and they paid for you to get your way through, and you've had nose jobs all over the place and plastic surgery to feel like you want to fit into the Hollywood scene more. Like, good for you. Happy that you were able to get all that. But like, if you're being a bitch to everybody, like, then I don't know. There are things that come along with that you kind of have to take.
Is she a Nepo baby?
What?
Is she a Nepo baby?
Is she a what baby?
Nepotism.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. Her
she-
parents got her into the industry, like I think paid her way to get through into it, and then they, I mean, everyone knows she kind of slept her way around to the top. She was friends with Harvey Weinstein, or she was close with him.
Well,
Okay.
that explains the fucked up attitude
She was-
if she's
yeah,
Harvey's friend.
actually,
Well-
I don't know if I don't want to say she went and like she defended him, but she didn't say he was a bad guy, like necessarily. She was
Yeah.
definitely like, I think he helped her career because I think that they
They would, Queen, but so what?
Yeah.
If
Yeah.
somebody's a bitch or an asshole on set, they deserve to be fired.
Well, that's what I say too. If, like, honestly, I always like to stand up. Like, if people are getting harassed on set, it's not great. It's not a great thing, and we should shut
I
it
agree
down.
with that,
And I saw a chat out there. Well, what would you do? And I would say this: you should be contacting the union, and you should be taking precautions with your agent to go battle this right on. Not according to all this correspondence. She's like, it's fine, it's good. They asked if she wanted to file a formal complaint. She said no before. She's like, let's just fix these things. So there's lots of paper trail here where she's saying no, it's fine, let's keep going. And then it seems like things start developing, and this is the thing that Angela said really kind of made sense to me, is maybe a jealous husband, maybe there was something happened there too where they saw they just wanted more involvement, but there's a lot of correspondence here that are very iffy to me for her story. That's it, But then again, that's why they're saying that they're trying to push the trial up right now, because in the court of law, like, we need to get like an actual untainted jury pool, right? And they're thinking right now, as this information is coming out, it's going to be harder and harder to find. They can find people, but I know they're trying to push this faster because this. I don't see this getting thrown out. I know that's the whole thing. Is it going to get thrown out? I don't think so. I think we're going to go to trial, but I think it'll happen faster than you expect, because I think they're going to push for it.
If they start to do like to offer a deal, which I'm certain will go on the table, if Ryan and her don't want this going that far,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm certain there's gonna be deals thrown around just to get this guy, like, hey, we don't want to go this far. But then you start wondering, that's where it starts to look like, well, then you guys obviously are a little bit nervous about how this is all going to go, because then you might have to be paying out a hell of a lot more than maybe whatever your deal is or offer you end up.
I think it's going to take more than money, Angela, for him to drop the suit, because
I think this is
they've cost him 3 movies.
Yeah.
And I mean, it's not I don't think it's just about the money for this guy. It's about like redemption for his self-preservation. Like, it's about like, you guys, if this is like, you guys tried to take me down or are taking me down, and I'm dropped from these people. My opportunities have been I mean, that's a big deal. Those two are not going to be
big deal.
I would say I'll take
reputations are definitely going to be more hanging in the balance, but I don't think it's going to really affect Ryan Reynolds' career. I mean, he's got so many things going on. He's making all
He'll
kinds
keep
of
moving.
moves. I mean,
keep
she's
moving.
sitting pretty no matter what she does, so it's not like it's going to matter crap to her, right? If they lose however many millions, I mean, I think that'd be a problem. That would definitely take a hit in their pocketbook, but. This guy's, this is, I mean, if this was the opposite, and I was in the situation and I knew I was innocent, and I'd fight till the end.
I
agree with what you're saying, Angela, but I would put it like this to them. Yeah, I got no problem taking only 200 million or whatever that number is, but I want a public apology written and produced by you.
Yeah.
I want my job back.
And that way you
my agent.
call them right out.
Yeah.
Oh no, I'm certain that's pretty standard. I'm certain the attorneys would be like saying, and they may say yes or no to that, and then they have to add, but that's what you really want, is you do want the public apology.
They say no to the apology, then I go for the 400 million.
Yeah.
And I'll say one more thing.
That's fair. I mean, that's a very typical maneuver. A lot of people have a hard time with that one, though. That one right there, that statement alone is like the $1 billion statement, like that one kind of sets everything and sets the tone for all of us, basically saying, hey, yeah, we kind of bullshitted on this whole thing, or we made this a way bigger deal and basically just wanted to take this guy down because I was maybe jealous or upset or pissed off or whatever the heck it is. It's not worth that. That's a big thing. It's not worth that.
No.
So
I would say this though too. I don't think this guy is the most amazing human being though either. Let me just say that too, because I did see like that whole thing where he stole the idea from his buddy's book and wrote a whole script upon that and sold it. Never gave the guy rights.
Yeah, that's low. That's like Mark Zuckerberg.
So
You know, like stealing.
He's done some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's done some shit, but this
right.
I
I
mean,
never said he was an angel. I wasn't going
I know.
meaning that. But
well, I'm just trying to tell. I'm
case-
just everybody else out there too, though. I'm saying everybody out there. Not that I'm saying he's an angel. I think he's got some skeletons in his closet, which makes you wonder, of course, always. But I think there's more to this case than people actually are initially real. You know, you hear something, you make a jump to something. I think there's more happening here. That's all I'm saying. I think there's more happening.
Yeah.
And I do hope this gets to court. I hope it does, and I think it will. I think it will. I think that's going to be an ego thing. And if it doesn't go to court, then it is. And they know they're, like GR is saying, they know they're in the wrong and they don't want to blow up in their career and make it any bigger noise than it already is. You know? That's what I think it comes down to. But Valerie, I see you want to say something.
This guy, I mean, I think he probably, like you said, has like some skeletons in his closet and whatnot, you know, but I don't know. It's so wild to me. I want to know how his wife feels about like her birth video just being showed to everybody on set. You know, I'm like, why?
It's a whole thing like a birth video.
Right? It was a different producer.
So that producer, yeah. I don't know why you would be showing that though, you know?
Who was it? Who was doing that? So it wasn't Justin Baldoni or something else?
No, it was a
wasn't
fellow
Baldoni.
producer. Yeah. Helms, I think his name is. Yeah, he was showing it. And then again, apparently it was a thing, though, he had discussed before he told them. That's what they claimed, that he was asking them first and then showing it. So it wasn't like just showing people. And that was blown out of context, too. But that wasn't like it was actual, like, because she made it sound like that was like pornography. You know what I mean? Which is a big difference.
Yeah, that's not pornography. That's kind of like indecent. I mean, I don't know.
Indecent, yeah.
You can look on the YouTube.
No, it's a personal
like,
film, but it doesn't make it indecent or pornographic.
No, it's not pornographic. You can go online. I mean, it's birth. I mean, if somebody was interested, like, what is a live birth like? You can type one in right now on YouTube to get education on what a live birth is. I mean, that's like an educational thing. I mean, obviously,
if you don't want to watch it, you don't watch it. I mean,
You don't watch it.
Yeah.
Same as this movie, guys.
well, let me watch your. I mean, somebody.
Yeah, there you go, Brian.
The same as this
segue,
movie.
Brian.
It ends with us, and that ends with us right now. I don't know if it's gonna be like ever get to trial, but I think it will. And I think we're gonna get some answers moving forward. But there's more than meets the eye here. That's all I'm saying, everybody. And we'll have to see where that goes. But we're going late, but I still want to talk about one more thing, and that's Romy and Michelle's high school reunion, guys. I'm excited about a sequel coming to this movie. I don't know if you guys are, but let's talk about that in our featured story, guys, of the night. Come on. It's just a fun movie, guys. It's a fun movie. After all this time, we're getting a sequel. Getting a sequel to Romy and Michelle's high school reunion. It is officially moving forward. Remember we talked about this a while ago where we kind of had a rumor about it, but now it is official. I say episode 2. Number 2 is moving forward from 20th Century Studios. First one came out in 97. Romy and Michelle's high school reunion starred, of course, Mira Sorvino and also Lisa Kudrow. Both are in negotiations to reprise their roles. Coming in for the second one, they'll also serve as executive producers, directed by Tim Federlin, who actually did Better Nate Than Ever, that movie, which also had Lisa Kudrow in it too. And also the creators behind High School Musical are in it as well, are producing it. And then also it's the screenplay. What's going on with you, GR? Somebody's got some sound things. That was weird. I don't know what that was. The screenplay, though, is going to be interesting. Actually, I'll let you know. You go back to high school again? Is this going to be like your next reunion? Is that what it is? We're going to find out what happens next. It's a fun movie. But a part of me kind of thinks that it should just stay there, you know? We did one reunion. We had a fun time. It was great. We got to see what people were up to after 10 years. But, I mean, like, I don't know. Like, where do you go from here? Again, you already saw people are like shitty or better than they were before. You get the situations. You had that shock moment. Is there something to go with this? Is there a way to branch through with this, Valerie? What do you think? Is there something here you can see? Or is just the idea of them coming back together that's the fun part about it?
It's the idea of them coming back together. I love the original so much. It's such a good movie. And like,
oh no.
Oh, I love it. Lisa Kudrow is so funny. Like, they're both so funny together. And I just watched on Netflix, like, whatever that, what was it called? No Good Deed. And Lisa Kudrow is so funny, and I would love to see her do this role again. I don't care what the plot is. I just want to see her. That's it. I love it.
She has that like Phoebe. She carries the Phoebe with her everywhere.
She does.
But it's like that's like her main like that's her thing. Like the Phoebe.
Yeah. It works on me every time. I'm like,
Sandy Frank. Like that guy was hilarious.
She's just I love
She's so good.
everything about it. Like
Yes.
really liked about it. It was just, I love that it was like two best friends. Like there's like a scene in it where they're getting dressed or whatever, and she's like, "Oh my god, like you look so good. You look so good." And it's just like two girls that just,
It really reminds you of like when you're with women. Oh my god, you look really good. You I mean, at some point somebody's got to stop.
yes, no, exactly. I love it.
GR, stop.
Yeah.
No,
Stop.
GR does it to me all the time. He's all the time. I'm like, GR, calm down.
Which would you be, Romy or Michelle?
Oh.
I don't know.
That's a big question.
That's a good. I don't know. I'd have to think about that. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I probably would be Romy, maybe.
Yeah, I mean, for sure. I don't know. They're both wonderful. Both
I mean,
of them.
yeah, they're both like.
I'm over Romy.
I wonder if this one they're gonna have like their store. I don't know. Like I don't even know what it's gonna be about. It's just gonna be some like random adventure or something they go on.
Yeah.
Maybe they'll actually be successful,
Like high school, in the last one, it was like, addressing high school bullying and like, you don't have to be somebody you're not. You can be who you are and embrace your like originality. You know what I mean? Like I like that. I thought it was kind of cool because it is really like indicative to so many high school reunions. I don't know if you guys have been to yours, but like I went to a pretty pretentious high school and everybody's about status kind of and like, where have you been? What have you done? Kind of all the same girls and guys that were in high school. Everyone's still friends with each other, and like their cliques are pretty much like the same. Like they're still with the same cliques that they were with in high school or in grade school.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, it definitely is. It definitely resembles all that stuff where you're like, God, shit doesn't change, man. Like it does. I mean, I go to mine. I mean, I'll be at mine and it's like, God, nothing. It's like they say, the more things that change, the more they stay the same. So it's like
they're the same.
I agree with that to an extent, Angela. I went to my 20th, and the cliques were still there.
Oh man,
just like you were saying. But
yeah, it's like you kind of like, holy crap, you guys are all still friends. Like, damn.
Right. After all this time,
I just went last year to my 50th class reunion.
Holy my, how was that?
And
you could pay
completely different.
Yeah.
So many of half the cliques were dead. So I mean, there is
that'll
that
change.
problem,
That'll change things, GR. That'll change things.
Yeah,
that'll change it for sure. Have you guys have anything like that, Brian?
Yeah, you know what? I never went to a reunion. I actually have never gone to one. They keep having them on the 4th of July, and I'm like, this is the worst time for a reunion, guys. And I had these
of reunions. Like what? Other than family.
It's like I know it's like the worst time to travel, and and even if you are traveling, like you got family stuff going on. Like I just had my 20th reunion, and I didn't go to it because it happened like a year and a half ago, and I was on a boat, I was on a cruise, I had a cruise like planned for that time, and I'm like, you know what, guys, like, can you? I even said to them, can we just do this like maybe in June, or how about something crazy? Let's do it in August or something. Yeah, let's just do it at a time where we're not busy as hell, where it's the most expensive time. And but I did hear a lot of friends that went there, and they said it was very cliquey like it was before. And a lot of my friends from high school, we still talk. A lot of us, not all of us, but some of us do. So I get that. But I heard it was still very cliquey. And again, but our reunions were like on a beach with like coolers. That's what they were doing. Like, this is a Michigan reunion here for you. I'm like, can we get a hall? Can we get a hall and have some slow dances happening? Come on, let's make it awkward again. But nobody was doing that. Let's just make
it awkward again.
Let's just do it. Let's just freaking do it. And then, like, in this movie, they're like, let's get that dance we never had. Have those moments. And I think it's more interesting that way. but we never did it. You know, I'd be like that.
Little nerd come in who's like some billionaire, like on his
Right.
jet,
Yes.
helicopter, like land and pick you up, and
Love it.
all's right.
I was
in
a-
the world.
I was a school nerd. I was right there. I was a nerd, so you know, I was a dork
Were you
more.
nerdy?
More of a
Were you
dork than nerd. I was more dorky than nerdy, I guess. I used to, I was pretty dorky. But I mean, I was the president of the band. Come on, Angela. I was the band president.
Okay,
Let's
I
just
can see that about you, though.
let's just
I
put
think
that
the
down on
band
paper.
president's not like a nerd. They're kind of like a. They're not nerdy. I don't think.
Dork. It's a dork. That's what it is.
No, I don't
Let's
think.
just call it dork a dork. I was a SAG
Yeah.
president. Yep.
I'm
Not SAG. I was the band
Yeah.
president.
Like some of
I
these
love
people
that.
in high school.
Yeah.
Like, God.
That's awesome.
I was the band president, and my band director did not like it, Swan Egan. She was like, she did not like it, because I was just like, I was probably the biggest rebel of all the band people, but not really, just because I'd just be like, whatever. And I'd be like, yeah, we had a good time.
I didn't
but-
need the president. I didn't even know the band had a president.
There's not really a point. I got to have official meetings though, like once a month that she hated. I got to stop class and just talk about the band. And she had to walk out of the room because there was like a whole thing about if we had any kind of like problems and stuff as a band, we could talk about it. And she had to leave like, it's time for Brian to take over. And I go up there and do my band thing, and I go back and play trumpet. I don't know, but I don't know. GR, you don't watch this movie?
Oh, sorry.
No, probably. The first one was cute, but I don't know that I really need a second.
It was cute.
I need a
Did you, does it
Yeah,
bring you
I-
back to your high school days at all, GR?
The guy looks
Hell no. You got to remember, Brian, I was a little bit before this time. You know,
Okay.
Brian, to give you an idea, I graduated in 1972.
Look at that.
Movie was
You
made
know,
in the
run, up,
90s.
run applause for 1972 for the Thirsty Daddy.
Yeah. Woo! I
Yeah,
wasn't
I
alive
wasn't-
then, but
Me either.
I know. I shut up.
I don't think any of us were alive.
like, you were like in a time that was like, radical, and like there was all kinds of transition going on in the world.
You know, as we said, this is one you guys don't know.
What?
You know that one.
Peace.
Peace.
You know
Yeah.
that one.
Well, that's kind of something else, GR.
This is a Woodstock one.
Okay. Just
Peace
careful how you put
with a
these
little
two
love
fingers
on the
right here.
side.
Oh, see, that's what I'm saying. He's doing it. He's doing it.
Oh my god. Yeah.
There's a band called Steel Panther out here that has a song about that, GR.
Shield Panther.
It's
I
called The
would
Shocker.
know.
What's that, Carter? Low hanging fruit or something? Or low hanging?
The low dangling fruit, yeah. Yeah, Carter James. He's on tour, guys. By the way, Carter's in like where is he? He told me he's on tour for the next like 5 days. He's got a little tour in the United States, so he's got like a little low key thing. So yeah, good for Carter though. He's out there touring. So
For him.
okay, Angela, you'd watch this movie though? The sequel to this,
Oh,
you'd watch this? Yeah.
Duh. I'm just kidding. Duh. Like, trying to be Romy
Duh.
and Michelle, like,
Oh, I like that now.
Duh.
Valerie's watching it too, right? Valerie's gonna check it out.
Well, okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Angela, you said you're Romy.
huh?
You
Oh
said
yeah, I'm Romy. You're Michelle.
Okay, I will be your Michelle. We're gonna get a convertible and we're gonna
Yeah.
put our hair up and like those cute little wraps, put our sunglasses on, go to the movies, dress like Logan and Michelle. It'll be very
Yeah.
fun.
Outfits like soon. They might be out of. They might. Joanne Fabric might sell out of like shiny leather.
There we go.
The shiny
and-
leather will be gone.
Yeah.
They're talking about shooting in June, so this is not that far away either.
Oh,
Starting in June, something like that, here in Los Angeles.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
And before we go to the movie, we're gonna stop at the diner and ask for a businesswoman special.
Yeah. And like have a
Kira, you're absolutely correct.
French twist.
What did Kira say?
A businesswoman special would be what? A cinnamon roll.
Oh, they're
like-
probably great. They're not
Romy and
that
Michelle are
old.
probably Grammys now.
What would be a?
They're not that
tell me
old.
what a businesswoman special is. GR, tell me what that would be for breakfast.
Businesswoman special.
Yeah,
Gotta be
what would that
something
be?
simple and easy. Maybe an English muffin and a cup of coffee, love.
There you go.
Ryan, what do you think?
I think it would be 2 eggs sunny side up, 2 slices of bacon extra crispy, and 1 hash brown with a black cup of coffee.
Yeah. Okay, what about you, Val? What do you think?
Oh, I think it's so like what you were saying. Like it's like a pastry type thing and a cup of like black coffee. It's that type of deal. It's that and a cigarette. That's the vibe I get.
Oh, a
Oh,
cigarette.
yeah, you gotta have
There
a
you
cigarette.
Bottle diet,
They're alive, Queen.
Cig. Like, a Diet Coke and a cigarette and a Valium. And we're set.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, Thelma and Louise. Queen asked for a Thelma and Louise. Yeah, that's not happening. Yeah, unfortunately. But this is.
I think they departed after they went off the cliff.
Yeah.
Unless they just jumped out of the car and became cliffhangers.
Well, it could use from the Marvel universe, and they could come back for a sequel.
Yep.
They could. They mutated at the bottom. They became.
Yeah.
We're going to get some more Post-it notes. More Post-it notes are coming, guys. Yellow Post-it notes. And one more reunion. Maybe they're calling it Reunion 2. So is it another reunion? And if it is, what will it entail? That's a good question. We'll have to wait and find out. But it's happening. It's happening. Michele, Romy and Michelle's High School Reunion 2 is coming forward, guys. And GR's got his tickets already, as always. So, anyways, happy to have you all here. Happy Monday! Happy Monday, everybody. I hope you had a good time. Thank you for being here, as always. We're always having fun. Episode 294 has been successful, too. Thank you all for being here. Of course, Angela, happy to have you back again. Good to see you. I hope you had a great night tonight, Angela. Always great to have you here.
Oh, so much fun. So many things to talk about. Serious, happy. We're like bouncing around with emotion. Like it's all over the board when we're on the show, right? We have a lot of good stuff to talk about. So just fun seeing you guys and everybody in the chat. Appreciate you being here and everyone watching.
Queen.
Appreciate you watching. So yeah.
Yeah.
I look forward to
Like how
Hump
Queen said.
Day.
Yeah, humpy hump. I like how Queen says it's probably not going to happen. I'm like, I don't know. They say they're moving forward, so it says it's happening, so we'll see.
Who said that? Oh.
Queen said it probably won't happen. I mean,
I think it's moving forward. I mean, we'll see. I mean, you never know. But
we'll keep you all posted.
Yeah.
Keep you all posted for those fans out there.
We'll get the beats. Good seeing ya.
If they're smart, they won't make it. Kira says. I mean, who said that? Who said that Hollywood's the smartest? We do everything. We make everything. You know, we make money though. We make money out there somehow. You know, it happens. So sometimes not the best ideas, but they still make money. Look at I don't know. You see some movies sometimes like, how did that make money? But it happens all the time. Good to see you, Countess, as always. Angela, happy to have you here.
Happy to have you too.
And Valerie, thanks for being back. Good to see you as always. Hope you had a great time tonight, Val. Always happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you for having me. I'm gonna get started on my Michele costume, and I'm very excited.
We'll have to have that ready. Have to have that ready for when this actually gets closer. You know, we'll have a day like that, and then I don't know who GR's gonna dress like, or maybe I can be the nerd guy. I can be Alan. Was it Alan Cummings played him?
Oh, GR, you can be like the goth friend who they tried to give her like a makeover.
There you go.
There we go, GR. We got your part too. Thanks for being here, Thirsty
black,
Daddy.
Right?
Thanks for being here, GR. Hope you had a good time tonight.
I had a great day. It was fun today.
It was fun. It was a lot of fun. Thank you all for being here. Appreciate you.
Hey guys, remember, if you enjoyed the show, like and subscribe, and it doesn't cost you a dime.
Not a dime, too. Doesn't cost you anything. And also, we're still working on the official announcement for the 300th episode. I think I can announce something soon. I think very soon. Hopefully by Wednesday, I'll be able to tell you what's happening. That's my goal. Cross my fingers. Hope everything goes through and we can actually start doing some promotion stuff because it's going to be a big guest for the show. Biggest guest ever we've had on here. And, just because of the numbers and the algorithm. And
obviously.
And yep, it'll be the beginning
Don't
of a new day.
Don't go too far, Brian.
Beginning.
I'm not going anywhere. I'm here. I'm here, GR. We're here. We're here. We're going to keep going. But anyways, thank you for being here as always. Happy Monday. Hope you had a good time. As GR said, please like and subscribe and join that Patreon if you can. And also just join our channel. Because you see our YouTube channel, if you haven't watched or joined it yet, there's a lot of fun buttons in there and badges and stuff that's building. So that's a fun, guys, fun thing, that subscriber thing. So hopefully that starts growing too. And we appreciate you as always, though. Please, please, please keep coming back. And as always, you got to tell your friends, your family, your uncles, your aunts, your grandmas, your grandpas, your great grandmas and grandparents who were, of course, cave people at one point. They were laying the smackdown on some rocks back in the day. They were subscribing with a rock, hitting that rock into stone, subscribing constantly. The chinchillas and the beavers and the bears were there, and they're trying to subscribe too. The numbers started a long time ago. They've been building some back then. They keep building up today. They came down from Australia. They had smackdown in GR's backyard, and they rolled that bozer into my backyard too, and they went for a swim. It was fantastic, and all of a sudden they all subscribed. And the man's like, oh my God, brought all the freaking postal service here. They're having an orgy in the backyard. It's so crazy. I don't know what's happening. But they're all enjoying the squirrels because the squirrels got all the nuts all the time. They hoard them all the time. And the chickens come over and they're pecking away at people constantly. I don't know what they're doing. I give them all the feed. Peppy does too. They don't care. They don't care. They still subscribe though too. That's all that matters. I keep subscribing. Those numbers go up because what it comes down to is you. And we'll get to that million before you know it. Woo! Anyways, everybody, have a good Monday. Have a good Monday. Happy Monday. And we'll see you back on Hump Day. And get ready. Big things coming this year as always. And until next time, everybody. See ya!
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the pep star needs more snickety snacks.